Hello everyone, welcome to today's movement cure. This is a very mellow and chilled out class. This is all to do with self-care, and this is a great class if you're just feeling a little bit meh, low energy, but you just want to get some movement in, nothing too strenuous, or nothing strenuous at all actually. But props today, we don't really need anything, but if you do have a bolster or pillow to hand, that's useful. You can sit on your blocks. I'm just going to sit on a folded blanket today. But again, you might not even need that if you're fine with sitting right on the floor. So that's what we're going to begin with, seated. Make sure you are comfortable. And just let the hands rest in your lap or on your thighs. Just find a nice seated posture, space across the chest, neck long, crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling. Let's just begin by bringing awareness to our breath. Inhale through the nose, out through your mouth. Breathing in, out through the mouth. Gently pursing your lips as you exhale, helping to slow down your breath. As you breathe in, you're expanding your tummy, your back, followed by your chest, and then letting it go slowly. And again, just check in with your posture, finding space in the front, the back, and the sides of your body. Just trying to breathe into all of the spaces. And switch to breathing in and out through your nose. And still feeling the expansion of the belly, the ribs, the chest as you breathe in. Let's blink the eyes open. We'll just begin with a little bit of self-massage. So we're going to take our hands over the upper back where the neck meets the shoulders. And you're gently kneading your traps. So this big kite-shaped muscle going from the base of your skull, and its fascia connects all the way down to the base of your spine. So just getting into the upper part of that muscle here. Just gently kneading, pulling up, nice and slow. Just finding the right amount of pressure. Breathe into that movement. Adjusting the hands a little bit, maybe taking them a little wider or a little bit narrower so that you're getting further into that big muscle. You may notice that you hold your breath as you concentrate. Try to keep it fluid. The breath is constant. If you feel compelled at any point just to sigh or just exhale through your pursed lips, just really try and go with your intuition. Good, just let the hands go. Give your wrists a roll. Don't want the hands to get crampy. And now let's take the left hand, so right at the base of the neck. Just bring your hand across to the opposite side. And you're going to just gently press into the muscles of the neck, the ones coming down, these long muscles here, and pull towards the front, so towards the front of your body. So we're just starting low at that point where the neck is meeting the shoulders. So we're closer towards the midline with this massage technique compared to the one that we just did. Now let's move slightly higher up. You might just do a little bit of neck movement with that. Just applying as much pressure that you feel that it's comfortable, not painful, not digging in. But you can certainly feel that you are connecting through the layers of skin, muscle, fascia, maybe even getting into some knots. And again, just come up a little bit higher. If it feels tender, it means you're pressing a little bit too much, or painful. If it's painful as you press and massage, go softer. Breathe with it. And again, come up a little bit higher so you're right into that point where the muscles are moving up and connecting with the skull. Good, and just make your way back down your neck. And release. The shoulder gets a bit tired, so just give that a roll. And let's change side. Let's bring that right hand across, or left hand across. I can't remember if I've been mirroring or not. Anyway, hand to opposite shoulder, do the other side. So the fingers are going to just gently press in. You're towards the back of the neck, not directly into the side or into your throat. Some gentle inward pressure, and then draw the muscle fibers forwards towards the front of your body. Just slow kneading of the muscles, applying just enough pressure, not so much that you're wincing and inflicting pain. Breathe with it. And come up a little bit higher. And higher. And you may notice that these muscles at the back of your neck are really hard, solid. And it's really common because of our nature of always looking down at screens, down at phones. So these muscles are always working to balance the weight of the head. And coming up higher again. Just getting towards the base of your skull. The slow movements of the head. Let's make our way back down. And release. Give that shoulder a roll. And the wrists, roll those out. Okay, so I think it's time just to switch whichever leg you had in front if you're cross-legged, or even change your seated position. I'm going to use my bolster and come to kneeling. Okay. So I'm going to mirror. Let's take the right hand, and just below that left collarbone, maybe, yeah, just below, you're going to take your thumb, your palm is facing the floor. You want to apply some inward pressure, and then you're going to apply some downward pressure. So you get a little bit of drag of the skin, not too much that it's causing friction. And now let the hand come down and the elbow rest against your chest. You can bring the other hand on top just to reinforce. And it's very easy here to really tense your fingers, so try to relax. It's the weight of the hand that's going to create this stretch. And from here, we're going to just gently look over to the right. Lift the chin. So the right ear drops down, left ear lifts up. Good. And then tuck the chin, roll the chin into the chest. Breathe in. That semicircle. Bringing your left ear up, right ear down, lifting the chin. Breathing out. Just breathing with that. If you're not quite getting that stretch into the front of the neck on that left side, you might just adjust the hands. So it's quite a gentle pull. Good, bring it back to center with the head and we'll change sides. So taking that left hand, palm is facing down, just below the collarbone. Oops, need to adjust my mic. Going to apply that inward pressure towards your ribs, some downward pressure so you start to feel the pull. And then the palm rotates inwards to your chest. And then use that second hand to reinforce the stretch. Let the elbows rest. Here we go, looking over to the left. Breathe in, lifting up that right ear, lifting the chin. Breathe out, tuck the chin, roll the chin down in towards your chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Adjusting the hands so that you do feel that you are getting that lovely stretch at the front of the throat. If the stretch is too intense, it's bordering on like a burny pull, pain, that's too much. You can lessen the pressure. And release, we'll bring the head back to the center and let the hands come to a rest. And from here, we're going to take the hands behind the head. Breathe in, lift your chest, head into the hands. Your hands are like a hammock for your head. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. The weight of the arms is stretching into the back of the neck. Breathing in the weight of the head to the hands, lifting up your chest. Breathing out. Breathe in, belly, ribs, chest. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out, the breath is guiding the movement. Inhale, come back to neutral in the center. Take an exhale, just keep the shoulders down. We'll inhale, bend to the right, lifting up that left elbow. Exhale, come back up in the center. Breathe in, other side. Right elbow up, left elbow down. Exhale through the center. Breathe in, nice big expansive breath. Open up into the sides between your ribs. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Coming up. Breathing in. Now exhale, round your back, looking down. Inhaling up that right elbow, looking up to the ceiling, head coming back, supported by your hands. Exhale. We're circling around, helping to mobilize through the thoracic spine. Direction. The exhale round back. No rush. Just noticing any differences, right to left, front to back. Perhaps where the movement doesn't feel so smooth, or moments or places where the breath feels a bit restricted. Just to have an awareness of your body. Good, let's come back to center and release. And again, let's just roll out the shoulders. Other way. Use the inhale to open the chest and the exhale to come forwards. Good, and release. Once again, just give your legs a stretch, change your seated position, whatever you need to do. Okay, sitting comfortably, always. Okay, so we're going to just lightly knit your fingers together. And we're taking our thumbs into our temples. So your fingers can be resting on the top of your head. And we're just circling the thumbs against the temples, not squeezing. They can be very sensitive. It's nice and slow, feeling the skin, the fascia moving, the muscles moving over the temples. Breaths are fluid. Change the direction. So as your thumbs circle up, you might just take a moment to hold it there before you continue the circle. And release again, just give your shoulders a roll. Okay. So now with your fingers over your scalp, just moving your scalp forwards and back. Just try and loosen your jaw. Your fingers, just to start with, can be more towards the front. Near the forehead, near the hairline. And now bring them back a little bit, applying some pressure from the fingers, some pressure from your thumbs at the back as you move the scalp over your skull bones. And there's so much sensation around the head. It's really lovely just to take your time. And every time you wash your hair, you can get a little bit of this. And just bring the thumbs and your fingers back a little bit more. And pulling up. Moving forwards and back, loosening the scalp. And again, let's just go a little wider. Maybe just circle. Good, and release. So now with our first two fingers, just apply a bit of pressure to the brow, just above the inner corner of your eye, and just stroke outwards. Just gently sweeping out towards the temple. And then below the eye, we're going to sweep down towards the nasal folds and then out. Breathe deeply. Okay, and now we'll take these two fingers again. So you're going to slowly open the jaw and close the jaw whilst applying some inward pressure, and then you can play around with if your fingers need to be sliding forwards or maybe back and up. And you may notice that one side of your jaw clicks. On one side might be really tight, or both. Good, let's release. Okay, so we're gonna come off of, or come out of that seated position. Have your bolster or your pillow to the side. You can use your blanket for your knees if you wish. Let's come up to our hands and knees. Okay, so pick up one foot, so that knee is on the floor, and twirl the ankle. Change direction with your ankle twirl. And constant. Good. Okay, now let's stretch that leg back, the leg of the ankle you were just twirling. So I'm facing this way and I'm mirroring, so it's my just pushing the weight back to your hip, getting nice stretching sensation. Up, forwards, exhale, press the weight back. It's helping to pump the ankle. Okay, and spread out your fingers nice and wide, shoulders away from the ears. This was a non-strenuous class, and I guess downward facing dog can be regarded as being a strenuous pose. But yeah, just try to focus on stabilizing your shoulders as we now step back. So the left foot lines up with the deep breaths and walk on the spot in your downward dog. Just see how much you're able to let your head just hang. So getting some more ankle pumping. Good, lower your knees down. Just shift your hips side to side. side, hands and knees. The other foot, get up, so the foot, and twirl the ankle. Change direction. Try and make the twirl big and slow. Okay, stretch right foot back. On your exhale, the weight pushes into the calf. Breathe and the weight comes forwards. Exhale, pulse back and forwards on your in-breath. Okay. And bring that pulsing back to a still point. So keeping this distance for the downward facing dog between our hands and the right foot. Breathe in, exhale, stepping back, left foot lining up with the right foot. Tilt your pelvis, downward facing dog. And alternate bending and straightening the legs, bending and straightening the legs. Lovely. Come back down to your hands and knees. So let's turn one hand, turn the fingers outside away from the midline, rotate the fingers back towards you, and gently lean the weight back, stretching into the forearm. Undo, gently put the weight into your right hand, and now we'll put the back of that left wrist down on the floor, bend that left elbow, curling the fingers, curling those left fingers if you can. If it's already really intense with just the back of the wrist down, maybe the wrist isn't touching the floor, that's fine, but you're putting your weight onto the opposite side so that you're not straining your wrist just to get that stretch. Okay, undo, putting the weight back into that left hand. Make sure those shoulders stay down, and we're rotating the left fingers back towards the left knee. Make sure you turn the fingers out and away rather than in, and lean the weight back. Okay, release, putting the weight into the left hand and the back of that right wrist to the floor. The palm is up. You can curl the fingers to further intensify that stretch. Holding there, I just need to plug my laptop in. Oh, so I don't lose you. Good, and release. Take the knees wide and the hands a little bit further forwards, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to exhale, round the spine, press belly towards the ground, chest through your shoulders. Breathe out, rounding out. And tailbone up, chest up, and now push your hips back as you do that. Now exhale, coming up, rounding through the lower back. Bring your chest forwards, pushing through the hands. Inhale, tilt, arch, push back. Breathe out, tuck in your pelvis, letting the hips just gently come forwards. Exhale. Padding for your knees if this is too much. There's no need to go further than what is comfortable for you. Good. And now bring your hands back underneath your knees, shoulders away from the ears. Having just said that, sorry, take your hands a bit further forwards again. And the knees are wider than your hips. Let the hips come back. Lowering the chest towards the floor. If you wish to intensify this, bring your palms together and bend the elbows, taking your fingers towards the ceiling. If you have a bolster or a pillow, you can put your elbows onto your bolster, so you'll get a deeper extension in your upper back, and then just let your head rest on your bolster. Slowly release. Okay. And now we'll again just use our blocks or folded blankets. Take a seat. So if you can, if it's comfortable, you can bend that right knee. So you might have a prop to support that knee if you like. Shuffling yourself forwards on your block or your blanket so that your pelvis can be in a more tilted position so that you're not rounding into the lower back. Okay, so from here, we're just gonna support the back of the knee. Lean back enough that the foot leaves the floor, and we'll pump the knee Straighten, breathe in, breathe out, bend. Deep breaths. Good, and now let the foot come down. So we're going to use our knuckles and brush downwards down the leg. So you have the sensitive bone in the middle, you're going either side of the center. Breathe with it. Then you might move the knuckles a bit further apart, going down the sides. Might be quite sensitive, so you can lessen the pressure. And stroking up the back of the calf, just gently. Good. Just take that leg out to the side where you can. Doesn't have to be mega wide. Shoulders away from the ears. Let's take that left hand to the right knee. Inhale. And bring your right arm over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, going to take that right hand back into a twist. Breathe in, look forwards. Exhale, undo your twist. Once again, we'll bend the left knee and support the foot, your left foot with your right hand, and support the left knee with your left hand. And just gently rock side to side. If you're struggling to pick up the foot, keep the foot on the floor and just gently try and open up your hip with a little bit of downward and outward pressure. So it's going to look a bit more like this. Okay, otherwise pick up the foot, rock side to side. Depending on the shape of your pelvis and your mobility, you might be able to bring that foot up towards the opposite shoulder. Good, and release. I'm going to change side. Have that left knee bent and right leg out. Little pelvic tilt. Shoulders down. So we'll just start by bending the knee, having just straightened it out. Support the back of the leg and the thigh. And we'll breathe in, extend the leg, pump the ankle, flex the foot, exhale, bend. So I forgot to give the modification on the first side, but you can keep your fingers on the floor and straighten and bend the knee on the ground, sliding it away and bringing it back. Good, let that heel come down, the foot come down. So just a curling of your fingers in towards your palms, not fists. Just keep it light and loose and brushing down. Just brushing down either side of that leg bone, your tibia. Maybe take it a bit wider. Okay, and then switch the pressure coming up the back of the leg. Applying that pressure, releasing, coming back down. Okay, and let's take that leg out. Tilt of the pelvis, right hand across to that left knee. Breathe in and take the left arm over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take that left arm back, sorry, into a twist. Breathe in, look forwards. Breathe out and do the twist. We'll bend the knee, bringing that right foot in. Just gently encourage the knee to come down. So some downward and outward pressure, or if it feels Okay, and you can keep your balance supporting your right foot with your left hand and the right knee with your right hand, and rock. Maybe bringing that foot up higher towards the opposite shoulder. Good. We'll bring the feet down, and again, make sure you are towards the edge of your blocks or your folded blanket to really help tilt the pelvis. And it's up to you how deep you want that butterfly pose to be. You can have the heels closer to your hips or further out in a diamond shape. For most people, the diamond shape allows more space and room to move forwards. You have to have quite a lot of hip flexibility to take the forward fold with the heels towards your groin. You can use your bolster if you like. I'm just going to tuck that under my belly and then come forwards. If you want to, you can join me in interlinking your fingers, just leaving the thumbs out and then just gently applying pressure to the inner upper corners where your brows are, the inner brow. And slowly come back up. And sitting comfortably. Breathe in through your nose, expand. Out through pursed lips. Breathing in, keeping the shoulders down. Let your eyes blink open. And that was today's mellow movement cure. Very mellow movement cure. Well done, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.